It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. I'm a little bit late on this because I didn't know that this happened. Apparently, Georgia Mass Band covered Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. And I think that this is absolutely hilarious for multiple reasons. We'll talk about it as we go through it, but I'm really curious to see how this actually came out. This shit is crazy. You know, somewhere in that crowd, there's at least a couple of Drake fans that are mad. They're like, "Ugh, wish I didn't have to do this." They just, okay, well, okay, hold up. I gotta stop doing like poses in real life because it looks very different when I don't have an instrument in my hand. So let me stop. Let's pretend that that didn't just happen. Yeah, you would assume that there's got to be someone in here that likes Drake that's like, oh, okay, I'll do it because everyone else wants me to do it. It's mad funny that they were like, yo, you know what? We should perform this sometime. I rock with it. I do. Here's why I think that it's absolutely hilarious though, because when you think about it, and this is on the grand scale. This is not just them doing it, but this is the fact that it's been played all over the place. You've seen weathermen use it and when they're telling the weather and they, they're not like us about the weather being hot or cold somewhere. Like you've seen this used and talked about in like major TV stations, and I want to say they've done it on ESPN with Sports Center and shit. Like they've utilized this song or said lyrics from it. And at the end of the day, it's a song about someone who's a monstrous artist, as in Drake, being a pedo. That's what blows my mind. It's not just like this is some hit song that someone came out with. It is a song that is specifically about calling somebody a pedo and a colonizer. And it gets it because it's catchy and popular. It got picked up and it's being used everywhere. To me, that is the ultimate form of disrespect. That's the ultimate form of disrespect, which is why I feel like you cannot give it to anybody but Kendrick. Just because of the impact that this has had and the fact that this has went everywhere it's just wild to me. Like I get that some people want to try to hate on Kendrick and say, well, Drake gave him his biggest song. If they didn't have this back and forth, he wouldn't have this. The only reason he's surpassed Drake in Spotify numbers, well, I wouldn't say Spotify numbers, but I think monthly listeners, at least for a short while, is because of this song, right? And I get that, but it doesn't take away from the fact that he created it. Like for myself, I feel like some of my biggest inspiration has come from the moments where someone's got at me and I'm like, oh, word, like I got to sit down and lock in and I'm going to respond. And it just gets you like motivated to do the best work that you can. It gets you motivated to be the best version of you. So, I mean, you could say that like, okay, well, Drake is the reason, but in all reality, it's like, it's still on that artist, right? You can't really take away from him because it's a bet. Like, that just don't make much sense. Now, on the grand scale, Drake's numbers are absolutely insane. Nobody could take that away from him. That is the truth. But to have someone make a song about you being a pedo and a colonizer and have it played everywhere to the point where colleges are playing it with their bands, weathermen are using it in their whatever like when they tell you about the news and the weather or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like major publication places are using this everywhere is wild to me. Like that to me is the ultimate slap in the face. It's you cannot deny that. I just feel like you cannot deny that. See, like right here, yo, listen, watch this kid right here off to the side. That's a Drake fan. He ain't bobbing his head or nothing. He just kind of like, I'm here because I gotta be here. I can be wrong. I'm totally just messing with him. But I just noticed that he ain't really nodding or bobbing or anything. He kind of just sitting there looking ahead like he's just waiting for it to be over. So is the kid next to him. It's like that little group right there. They like, yo, you know what? I ain't really about this Drake slander. I wonder if there was anybody that was originally a part of this that was like, you know what, I don't want to do it because I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. Like you got some people. Everyone. I think everyone's involved in doing their thing. Let me go back really quick. Because up in the corner, there's some people just chilling, but I think okay, they got the certain instruments, so they just off to the side a little bit. I was like, you know, there might have been someone who's like, nah, I'm not about that life. Drake over Kendrick, and then just dipped. It was like, I'm not doing this. Yeah, this was fun. I enjoyed this. I think that it's cool to see shit like this happen. It was a wild battle, and in all honesty, like we're talking about it now, and it does have a lot of like craziness surrounding it because we're literally talking about someone potentially talking to people that are underage, or that's the impression that was given. And I know like there's some things that have surfaced in clips of shit, but no, I want to say all the girls that people have accused him of talking to when they were too young or like just became of age or something like that, all of them have come forward and said there's never been anything funny going on. He's not tried anything, so on and so forth. And so I don't know, right? Because some people will be like, well, when you're groomed, you don't really know. And a lot of times the groomed will defend the predator, right? Because it's almost like they don't realize it yet type of shit. So I don't know. I mean it's all a weird situation. So that in my opinion, it's like it takes away a little bit from because it made it very toxic to an extent, which I didn't mind. I love it. To me, everything's on the table when it comes to battle rap. So don't get me wrong. I'm just speaking on the grand scale. But I feel like as years go by, this is going to be one of those moments in hip hop that are going to live on forever, that we're always going to talk about. This is the biggest battle that we've seen in hip hop since like a Tupac and Biggie situation when they were like on top of the world pretty much when it came to the rap world. Now you have Drake and Kendrick, who are two of the most well-known mainstream, you know, respected artists, talked about as like the big three, you know, J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake. Like it's a big deal that they went at each other. And as much as we expect, like we respect it now and we embraced it, but I feel like years later, looking back at it, we're gonna realize just how crazy and big this moment really was. That's just my opinion. Anyways, anybody that's still here, I appreciate you guys. I go live on Twitch pretty much every day, twitch.tv/DuaneTV. Last night, we played a whole bunch of different game demos. I downloaded like 17. We just jump from game to game. We rate them, talk about them, whatever. Fridays, we usually do music reactions. You could bring through some stuff. We listen to shit, do live, basically what I'm doing right now, but with you guys in chat, and we talk about things. And Saturday, we talk about random shit. We watch random videos, not necessarily music related, but just anything. Could be controversial. Potentially at times political stuff comes through. Other times it could just be YouTuber, streamer drama, rapper drama, and we just kind of discuss the different sides and what's happening and what's going on and what we think. And then throughout the week, I game and play all sorts of different shit. So if you guys ever play any games and you're playing something that I'm playing, you're always welcome to join. So stop through. That link is down below as well, twitch.tv/DuaneTV. Take it easy. Stay safe. I will catch you in the next one, homies.